Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling like you lost, even after saying everything you thought you needed to? That knot in your throat, the frustration of being unheard, it's a familiar pain. We've been conditioned to believe that speaking louder, arguing harder, and defending ourselves at every turn is the path to strength. But what if the opposite is true? What if silence, not as surrender, but as strategy, holds a power far beyond words? The world teaches us to fight for every inch of validation, to prove our worth through debate. Yet the more we explain, the more we reveal our need for approval. True strength isn't in winning arguments, but in transcending them. When you refuse to engage, you expose the fragility of those who rely on noise to dominate. Their words are armor, masking insecurity. Your silence, however, is a mirror, forcing them to confront their own emptiness. Silence unsettles because it defies expectation. In a culture addicted to reaction, stillness becomes a weapon. The moment you withhold a response, you seize control. The other person's mind races. Are they ignoring me? Do they know something I don't? This psychological tension is where power shifts. Manipulators, narcissists, and bullies thrive on eliciting reactions. When you deny them that, their facade cracks. They reveal their hand, desperate to regain footing in a game you've already stepped away from. But silence isn't passive. It's a deliberate act of observation. While others talk to fill voids, you listen, not to reply but to understand. You catalog their tells, the shaky confidence behind their bluster, the fear beneath their interruptions. When you do speak, it's surgical. A single sentence, timed perfectly, carries more weight than a torrent of words. This is the art of strategic silence. It's not about avoiding conflict. It's about choosing battles that matter. Yet there's a darker side to silence, the kind born of fear, not strength. Many mistake compliance for wisdom, swallowing their anger to keep the peace. This is the silence of the herd, the conditioned belief that rocking the boat is dangerous. But nature's philosophy rejects this. The Übermensch, the one who transcends societal conditioning, understands that silence, when chosen, is power. When imposed, it's chains. The difference lies in agency. Are you silent because you're afraid, or because you've decided the conversation isn't worth your energy? To wield silence as a weapon, you must first master yourself. The urge to react is a reflex, a leftover from the primal need to belong. Killing that reflex is the first step toward true autonomy. When you no longer crave external validation, you're free. Your silence becomes a boundary, unshakable and absolute. It communicates, I owe you nothing. That terrifies those who feed on drama and dependence. The final stage is unpredictability. Most people operate on scripts, provoke, and they'll retaliate, insult, and they'll crumble. But when you're silent, you break the script. They can't anticipate you. And fear of the unknown is the oldest fear of all. Your silence becomes a gravitational force, pulling others into your orbit without a single word. But remember, this isn't about manipulation. It's about reclaiming your energy. The strongest people aren't those who shout the loudest. They're the ones who don't need to shout at all. Their presence alone commands respect. When you embrace this, you'll find that the battles you once fought were illusions. The real victory was never in convincing others. It was in realizing you never needed to. So the next time you feel pressured to speak, ask yourself, who benefits from my reaction? If the answer isn't you, stay silent. Let the world wonder. Let your stillness speak louder than their noise. And when you do choose to break that silence, let it be with the certainty of someone who knows their worth isn't up for debate. That's the power of silence, not as absence but as unshakable presence.